Hello stalkers, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Let's start analyzing the market. I'm on the weekly chart of DFM market index, that is Dubai Financial Market Index. On the weekly chart we can clearly see a huge drop to the downside. Let me remind you, this is what I have been mentioning if you're watching my analysis regularly. Right from the top zone I had been mentioning that market is due for a correction and I'm expecting a big drop. And unfortunately, this is exactly what we are seeing. Obviously, I could identify the correction right from the top, but me as a trader and investor, I would not like to see a huge drop. This is obviously not good. Now let's dissect the last weekly candle. We can see a nice pin bar candle. It has revisited so many support zones. The best part is we are seeing a good bounce. Let me remind you, 4,658 to 4,902 points, all these zones are support. Clearly market tested all of the zones and finally it closed above the support at 4,966 points. At the same time, let me remind you, I had mentioned that after this deeper correction, I would like to see market closing above this area, that is 5,000 to 5,115. This is a strong resistance area. If at all market can climb up and close above this zone, then I can consider market is trying to be positive, and from here there are high chances that we might see a continuation to the upside, most likely revisiting 5,393 points. Overall, on the weekly chart as of now we are just seeing recovery. There are chances it can again fall down and revisit the lowest point of this candle, that was at around 4,631 points. Hopefully that does not happen. If at all there is no negative news, then at least I think market should go sideways, take a breather, or at least close above the zone to give us some positive signal that buyers are back in the market. Let's go down to daily and see how the chart is looking. And here we can see market has bounced up and it has closed above important area of support, that is 4,902 points. Yes, this is still good, nothing positive, it's still negative. Market is in bearish territory. We can clearly see negative price action. If at all we draw a trend line right from the top, that is somewhere around this zone, and connect it with this area, now we know our resistance areas. So this is the first strong area of resistance that I have been mentioning. Market has to clear this zone. If at all tomorrow it climbs up and it breaks this area or this trend line, this would be our first indication that yes, there are chances market would also like to visit this area. We will see the reaction into this zone, whether market is getting rejected aggressively or it's just hanging around near the resistance. If at all it just moves near the resistance, this is a strong indication that still buyers are here and it's surviving near the resistance. We are not seeing any deeper rejection or correction. So this area is very crucial. Tomorrow let's see how the market performs. If at all we can see a green decisive candle close above the trend line, I would be quite happy to see that, and then I would anticipate it to break past this area of resistance. So overall, as of now, market is negative, but hopefully it should recover. As you all know, there is trade war going on which is affecting the markets. Any news related to this trade war is affecting the markets. We are seeing aggressive move to the upside and to the downside most of the time. Let's see how it performs tomorrow. Overall market is still negative, so pick up your stocks very carefully, and that too in small quantities. This is the weekly chart of ADX market index. Here also we are seeing almost all red candles right from the top, that is at around 9,688 points. Market is declining. It retested many of the support areas, as you can see. Important area or last support that it bounced from is 8,774 points. Still two more support zones remaining. Hopefully market does not come back down. If at all I have to measure, we are seeing a big drop right from the top area till about this zone. Market fell almost 9% and now it's recovering. Nothing bullish yet, it's just going through a recovery phase. Looking at the last weekly candle, we can see a strong pin bar candle. This shows recovery right at the bottom. There are buyers in the market that push the price higher or the market to the upside. Closing is right into the support zone, that is 9,157 points. Important area of resistance now stands at around 9,245 points. I hope if at all market can break past this congestion that is around 9,350 to 9,400 points. If at all we can see market recovering and closing above this zone, this would be an indication that from here there are chances we might hit the next area of resistance. As of now on the weekly chart, it's clearly looking negative. Price action is also to the downside. I will go down to daily, and here what we can see is green candles but not very strong. It's been climbing up right from the bottom. We can see 4 green candles, but the problem is it's getting rejected. Check this out. Previously this zone was support. Market came down beautifully, it supported and it went up. From here when it came down aggressively, now it's trying to recover. The same zone is acting as a resistance. Check this out, how beautifully the same zones are acting as support and resistance. So it's quite clear, first indication would be only when market break past and closes above this zone. But now my worry is if at all market is continuously going upside, when it reaches this strong resistance, it would be already tired. Reason is we are seeing continuously upside momentum. When it hits strong area of resistance, it will again get rejected. I personally prefer market to stabilize, at least go sideways, establish a base, and then if it breaks, this would be at least good for the market. There are high chances that it would sustain once we see a breakout of this zone, because from here right from the bottom we can see green candles. If it continues going up, hit the resistance, and maybe we will see again a aggressive drop. Again it will try to go up, which will consume a lot of time. So best scenario which I personally prefer, if at all market can survive here, establish a base, we may see contraction of volatility, something like this, and then potentially a break to the upside would be healthier. Overall, ADX market is also negative. It's just going through a small recovery phase. That too is looking weaker. This is the daily chart of Fertiglobe. If you remember in my last video also I had mentioned about this stock. It's right into the resistance area that is 2.40. Check this out, how beautifully the price action is performing. Right from the bottom that is around 1.94, it's been climbing up. It got rejected into this zone. We are seeing a pause. We are not seeing a rejection or a correction from the resistance zone. This is a good indication. Last candle is very dodgy, it's indecisive, that too right into the resistance zone. Previously, as you know, this was the support area. Once the support is broken, now it's acting as a resistance. Look at the strength of the candle. We can see nice bullish upside momentum, also a gap up opening that is considered to be very positive. In this negative market, if at all a stock is opening with a gap up, at least that shows some strength. By the way, dividends are coming up in Fertiglobe, so this is also advantage for Fertiglobe to break past this resistance and go higher from here. So definitely those who are interested in dividends, they will try to grab it. If at all price falls, they will try to catch it and hold it for dividend gains. For short-term gains, this is still looking good. If at all tomorrow it opens flat or with a gap up, let's wait for it to break 2.43. Once that happens, there are chances it will continue going up. Area of resistance is between 2.60 and 2.58. This should be our take profit area. Our stop loss should go exactly below the low of this candle, that is around 2.33. So Fertiglobe is looking good for coming week at least. Hopefully it does not get rejected aggressively. I'm taking advantage of dividends here and also the recovery phase that we are seeing in the markets. So guys, this was the quick update for tomorrow. Join my YouTube membership. You can scan the QR code. Link is also provided in the description box for more detailed analysis with my stock recommendations. Thanks for watching. Keep stocking.